Pisces, welcome to the new moon in Libra reading for you. These are intuitive general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. We always go through and clarify after getting the first sort of cards laid out, and if you so wish, check out the collective reading that's already up there, and for this new moon, because it's kind of interesting actually. Hang on, we're getting far too many cards coming out. That's about it really. And do like, share, subscribe. It is much appreciated if you do like this video, that is. So let's go through. There's some sort of shift and elevation of sorts going on for you, Libra. I do think we come out with Libra, Pisces. It's that new moon in Libra stuck in my head. Pisces, we do have a development happening through here. And as we go through, we will get more information. So we've got the Death card. So we're looking at what? Letting things go. We're looking at a major transformation. Death card is a big card. There's a big shift here. There's a big turning point, and we have just crossed over that sort of equinox point where we're sort of being a bit more reflective in that sort of Virgoian thing, where we're maybe inverting a wee bit as we go through the rest of that astrological wheel. In that Virgo zone, it is a point of inversion where we go inwards. We're a little bit more critical maybe of ourselves, all of that. I keep getting this Donald Trump here, just trying to cover up my black eye from an accident, which in itself was a somewhat wake-up call transformation for myself. Anyway, Pisces, so we come out with death. We come out with the Ace of Cups, a beautiful gift. In the process of shedding something here, like a old skin, or just an old mindset, or it could be much more physical and, you know, on a practical level. Within this, we get presented with an ace, the idea of a very expansive concept of love here. And you're the one that gets to give it form, Pisces. There's this heavy emphasis, interestingly enough, here on the mind, on your mind, not so much your emotional savannah, but on your mind. So we get that beautiful Ace of Cups. As I said, we'll go through and clarify. We get the Page of Swords next, and then after that we have the Knight of Swords. There's a learning process going on with this prince, and it is in regards to power dynamics, the way that we ourselves use what power we see we have, which is largely sort of choice, isn't it, is power. But this sort of beginner's mind, you could say, because of being a page, that we get possibly little messages coming through. Often these happen just what we observe from others coming back to us, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm kind of going off on a tangent. So we understand power dynamics, not only within ourselves, how we use our power, choices, all of that, but how other people do too. And are we changing something within that space in between, in terms of our attitude to our own power here? Aquarius, we can almost be far more direct, is the thing that I'm getting here. We don't have to sort of skirt around like the page, just sort of testing things out. We're going right for the target. We've got the Knight of Swords. There's a shift in that. Do you see what I mean? Like a kind of elevation of your understanding. So let's go through and of power. Let's go through, and it's kicked off by a sort of transformative moment, time, episode, experience. May well be just something that's quite private and is happening within. But this whole, yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, let's look at death if we can have some clarification of death for Pisces, please. Maybe a card to come to jump and run. Yeah. So we've got the Four of Swords, rest, respite. It's called truce. Interestingly enough, isn't it? Truce. We have four swords here. They're all in that sort of cross. We've just put our swords down for a bit. There's a lot of information that can come to us in this card. I mean, in the sense of the times where we are resting and sort of recuperating of sorts. Maybe it's just a mental rest. Maybe it's a physical. Maybe the physical adds to your insights or clarity at this time, your physical rest. And therefore this transformative thing. It couldn't really be clearer though, Pisces, because we've got the Two of Wands coming out with that Four of Swords. What we pick up and the information that comes through in this period, and I was talking about the Libra new moon as a time to just take some breaths in this vertical moment and observe. Whether it's, you can observe anything, general stuff, people, yourself. It couldn't be clearer. We've got the Two of Wands. We know what our domain is. In the Thoth deck, it is called dominion because it's a figure knowing what their resources are, what they have to utilize in this world. It's like having a level of, because we have a choice here, speaking of choices as power, we have a choice here that we can use our optimism as a driving force, our love for life as a driving force for those choices. And that's a wonderful thing. So, yeah, we see you understanding your own authority, Ace of Cups. And this goes into the emotional realms as well. We get Judgment coming out the Eon. So we have Judgment. I'm just looking at Ace of Cups here. We'll get, this is as it should be. We've got the Knight of Swords again. Targeted, direct movement. Somewhere in here, there is a transformation about the way that you go about doing what you do. And it might be in terms of expressing your emotions, or it might be, Pisces, in terms of how you go for what you want, actually. Because the Knight of Swords here is incredibly direct. As I was saying before, we go from this exploratory young prince or page into the knight, who knows exactly what cutbacks need to be done for this transformation. Cutbacks, clear outs, and go for the target at hand. Very good, Pisces. It's looking pretty strong. Page of Swords, Pisces. What is the Page of Swords? We always get this. We've got the same. There's a period of time. This is necessary. Like in the Thoth deck, we've got thought forms here that drag us along because we don't actually, at that level, understand that we can simplify and have one target. That requires us ditching what these other thought forms we have created ourselves. This is where the transformation lies for you, Pisces. And yet, at the same time, sometimes this Prince of Swords, there's a use for it because he's getting pulled in all sorts of directions. He's not objecting to that. It's just getting, or she, pulled in all sorts of directions because there's a learning factor to it. We're learning not only others' dynamics, but we're learning our own power dynamics, how powerful these thought forms are. Powerful in the sense of some can be not beneficial at all and some can be highly beneficial when they're activated. So it's pretty interesting, Pisces. And now let's look at the Knight. Again, we've got the Knight, we've got the Prince twice. It's so much of a learning curve or an elevation, or feeling just more comfortable with what is your own, sense of your direction. Your direction and authority. Actually, I don't know how long that microphone, I've been having problems with the sound, Pisces, so you might need to put earphones in. Oh, get rid of this silly hair. Prince of Discs. We're looking at the Knight of Swords. Direct target. We can be direct. We can be very focused. We can be propelled. This is in a very tangible way. I think you're going to see like a lot of things coming up in your world. We've got this Prince of Discs. We're feeling the slow kind of pulsing of that microbiome in the soil, or the if that makes sense, that pulsing which brings things into form, so things coming into form from this interesting realization, which is part of you. Look, in some ways it's sort of like we'll just say it's sort of elevation of sorts. But some major things are going to come from this, Pisces. I do see it like that. Some major new developments in your world. And this is part of a transformation. It's part of your transformation. What do we get? We've got Malachite. Yeah, pain relief, transformation. Hello. Vision, powerful protection. We think of these qualities at this time, over this new moon and leading up to that waxing time where we're going to see some things come into form, Pisces. So, on that note, thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful, wonderful week and enjoy this new moon in Libra. Thanks for joining. Bye. Ka kite.